Hello, it's Allie. Today we are going to be working on my physical bullet journal for May. We are feeling the summer vibes as we are ending in school and stepping into summer. A fantastic time of vacationing, parties, and the like. For my May spread, I didn't have too much of a plan going in. I had an idea of what I wanted, and I'm using watercolor vintage pastel colors. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I do make a mistake, as you'll see right here. When you are watercoloring, you want to erase all your lines. So that way when the water touches the colors, or it touches the pencil marking, it doesn't bleed or it doesn't show through the watercolor. And then when you try to erase it, the little eraser markings don't get stuck in it. So definitely make sure you don't do what I do. A lot has happened already in May, and a lot of things are going to happen in May. Like I talked about in my last video, God used the people in my life to help change my mindset and my fears and anxieties, and that was such a blessing. There are so many birthdays and parties happening, at least 3 this month. My sister's birthday, my birthday, a couple of my friends have birthdays in May, and then we're doing Mother's Day parties, we're doing birthday parties, adoption parties on my father's side, just all around a very, very exciting time. Something I'm super excited for that happened on my birthday. For those of you who don't know, I've been wanting a frog for a really long time, a couple months, since January, and I have not stopped talking about it. I have not stopped sending memes to my family and friends about frogs. But I didn't think I was going to be able to get one for a while because of money and time. And I wanted to make sure I had exactly what I needed to take care of a frog before I got one. And so on my birthday, at my birthday brunch, I was very surprised when my mom revealed a 30-gallon tank that can house with all the things you need to take care of a frog. Oh, I am so excited and so blessed. I'm just so thankful. And it looks like we might be able to get one in about 2 or 3 weeks. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated and even maybe make a video over when I get my frog. So as I finish up this painting, as you can see, I kind of go all over the place. That's one of my problems, is I have a tendency to go a little fast instead of taking my time. And so it's something I want to work on over the summer, is maybe having a little more patience and taking more time with my art and see how the quality goes. At this point in the video, I decided I wanted to use some acrylographs, some pen, and even some stickers to kind of add in the bees and add in, the daisies. And so I thought it was really fun using different mediums, and I liked how the acrylograph pens added a little bit of extra detail to the paintings, and just brought out some of the elements that I was wanting to bring out. And yes, as you can tell, my theme is bees. So there's a lot of gold, there's a lot of yellow. I do a lot of daisies and sunflowers, and I really liked how those came out as well. I really like adding other art mediums together when I make a piece. It kind of gives it texture and depth in ways that sometimes the regular colors don't give. So I really liked how this whole painting turns out, with the glitter, the gold, the pearlescent, the extra detail with the acrylograph, Archer and Olive acrylographs. No, I am not sponsored, but please feel free to sponsor me, Archer and Olive. Yeah, I just enjoy it. Another thing I got for my birthday were gouache paints, and there are a lot of people I follow on YouTube and Instagram that use gouache paints, and so I'm excited to see how I like them and how I can add them to my art. You know, because I use Procreate for my online bullet journal, and the style I use is gouache paint, and I love how those turn out, so I'm excited to see how that turns out. I'm just adding some final details to my painting. Yeah, it just kind of gives it a bit of a sketchbook, or I don't know, it kind of gives me fairy tale vibes. And so I just finished, so I'm gonna give it time to dry and then write May with one of my fine liners, adding on these lovely little flower stickers that I have. Sorry, my cat is wanting attention. She is right on my computer. Anyway, if you made it this far, give us a like and a subscribe, and let me know in the comments how you think I can improve. And so we're putting the picture in. I tried something new. I kind of did this in April, where I did an important dates section, but this time I wrote it on the side so I could have a full line for my 31 days. And after I erase all the pencil markings, I'm gonna cut out the shape. And as I was cutting, I was like, these scissors are too big. I need more detail work, so I got my little baby scissors out. And I'm just cutting around the important dates. If you can't read what it says, I promise it says important dates. Yeah, I really liked how this worked. It gave me so much more room, but it also looked very sleek. And I like having a calendar and an important date section. It kind of gives me the best of both worlds. I have like a visual reminder of what's happening, and then I have a line reminder of what's happening. And so the first week of May was so busy. It was very, very difficult, but I made it through. You know, and we're stepping into some easier days. Even though finals are still coming up, I'm not worried, I'm not stressed. You know, I've done all the work that I need to get it done. On to my favorite part. You guessed it, decorating. I was gonna just do on the white the daisies, but I thought adding in this brown paper would help the white of the daisies show up a lot better on camera, and I was very much correct. So I'm glad I did that, because it gave the daisies a very it just gave them a good background to flare on. And I'm using my Archer and Olive acrylographs to do this. I really like the acrylographs. They're paintbrush pens, and they work really well and are very good quality. I think my only complaint is the nib size is very much pen-like, and so for like bigger paintings, I have to kind of be careful when I use them. You know, I have to kind of do smaller detail work, so I would love if they got a thicker nib at the end. But yeah, I still really love their products, and I plan on getting more of them. So there's my bees, my daisies, adding the little pattern of how he flew there, the added sparkles, things you will see a lot in my bullet journal. And then I decided the sunflower was too big, so I wanted to use my Tombow brush pens to get it done. And so it's that blending of art mediums that I tend to do and tend to like. I don't know, I just like the different types of textures and styles that you can get by using different art mediums to create your spreads. But you definitely don't have to, especially if you say just don't have the amount of time or the product to use. I built up my collection over a really long period, 4 years. And so I definitely do not, if you're just starting out, use what you can. Get inspired by other people, but you don't always have to have everything that they have to create your spread. Something that won't be in this month and probably not in June or July are weekly spreads, because, I have weekly spreads, but videos on weekly spreads, mainly because for May, I just needed to get it done. I was 5 days into May and I still hadn't done my weekly spreads, so I just went ahead and did them quickly and unprettily because it was more about having that use than creating a video. By the way, there's a lot of be quotes. Believe, don't worry, be happy. It just cracked me up finding different ways to say bees in my bullet journal. And so I'm working on my mood tracker. I'm not fully sure how it's gonna turn out. I decided for the daisy one might work out better than the sunflower one, mainly because for the daisy one, I'm using flower petal size and length to determine the happiness that I had that day. And so I don't know how it's gonna turn out on the daisy or the sunflower. I might just use daisy petals, but we'll see. Maybe I'll show you guys what it looks like at the end of the month before my June spread. And so with trackers, I think the important thing to keep in mind is it doesn't need to become a chore. It's something that you do because it's fun and you're trying to, like I said, keep track of what's happening. And so for April, I think hand cramp. Yeah, all this writing gave me a hand cramp. But continue on, we have a video to make. So when you're using trackers, don't worry so much about making sure you do it every day so much as you do it when you feel like it. And that's the great thing about the bullet journal is when you are using something and it doesn't work out or you don't use it as much, you can just change it in the next month or try again in the next month, whatever. It's so tailored to you, and that's what I love about bullet journaling is it's so tailored to you. I don't know where, but at some point our cat Nala is gonna get in the video, so be on the lookout for her. I did a little bit of a habit tracker and mood tracker in June, and I kind of kept up with it, but I don't know, I got busy. Things were more important than sitting down and filling things out, and so like I said, don't get so caught up in it that it takes the fun out of your day, because bullet journaling is supposed to be a relaxing endeavor. There she is, pretty Nala. Yes, our cats, especially Nala, she likes to get in the videos and get everywhere. But that's okay. We love her anyway. I made a mistake with these lines. I think if I were able to undo it, I would. Anyway, I made a monthly goals. I have yearly goals that I want to accomplish, but I thought it would be good to write out what I want to get done and what I want to try and do for this month. And so it was just a very simple spread, just what I felt like. I didn't do the quote page because the video was already getting very long, and so I just did that on my own. I'll make sure I show you guys what it all looks like at the end of the month. And maybe I'll do a flip through of what my weekly planners look like. Anyway, we are coming to the end of the video. So after I erase these, I'll do a final flip through of everything I did. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's such a joy to be able to share this with you, and have a blessed day.